We are in Rio Piedras, which is a very old town here in San Juan. I went to school that way in the Universidad de Puerto Rico, and I used to walk this way. This town is so cute and quaint, but there's a lot of abandoned buildings and stuff like that, so it's so sad because I used to go to school and then walk this way and shop all the shops here. So and I think my mother-in-law was saying the same thing, so it's so sad. There's some new developments which I think they're like out of place because the architecture here is insanely amazing. Out of that store, an store I used to visit whenever my mom went shopping for fabrics. I spent lots of Saturdays there. They don't remember me, but I remember the store was amazing. Anyway, I got 2 fabrics. One to make just a simple A-line dress with that new look 1695 pattern that I've been searching forever and ever. I got it in a turquoise color, and then I got some 4-way stretch to make some lingerie in February. Anyway, I'm gonna meet my people and I'll see you guys later. back home. It's 8 p.m. and we had the best freaking day. I didn't see my kids, although Stella just arrived to my niece's little pop-up thing. But let me take you through my day. We woke up quite late. I didn't exercise at all, and I made the list of my intentions for the next year, 2024. I always do it on the 21st or the 22nd, and this morning I sat down and I made intentions for everything that I want. I have two lists. I have one that I talk about my finances, career, whatever, and then I had another one that is crafty related. Well, I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, but I want to take you through my day, show you guys what I got. So we went this morning to a place that is called Madeline, and it's supposed to be like French, but I mean it's not. But we had a great breakfast, quite foolproof, you know, like eggs and whatever. It was delicious. So after that, we picked up my mother-in-law and we went to Rio Piedras, which is a little town. It's actually where the University of Puerto Rico is at, and I used to spend a lot of time in this town. It has very old buildings, and right now it's pretty much all abandoned. San Juan was its own town back in the 1700s or something like that, and then we had Santurce, which is the one that I went the other day, and I think I showed you guys some, you know, clips here and there. And then Rio Piedras was its own town as well. Then I think it was in the 1800s, late 1800s, they combined those three into San Juan. It was like a bigger city, and it's like just like a city. So Rio Piedras had the university, and they have their own plaza, the church, you know, the whole setup. I used to go, you know, study, and then in between classes I will go to Rio Piedras, and they had a bunch of like fabric stores and stores in general. And I used to spend, when I was younger, I used to spend Saturdays in all the, like, there was a row of like fabric stores. So that's the store that I went today. It was so nice to be there, but it's just like they have like sorry, there's so many mosquitoes. There's like 2 or 3 stores now, but before you have like 10 in a row, you know, like so many. Anyway, so we went to Rio Piedras because I wanted to go to that thrift store that I talked about yesterday, and I took my mother-in-law, and they had it divided in 2. So you have like the more contemporary and then a little more vintage, and there was a lot of gowns and sets and like pant sets and skirt sets from the 80s. And as a baby who was alive in the 80s and the 90s, let me tell you, I was like, no. But really nice. They talk about their mission there, and they give back to the community, which is great. And actually the entire thing, you know, the floors, everything, I was obsessed. I got there 2 things. Let me show you. So number 1, I saw this Kiss Tour shirt from 1977, and I was a damn baby. I was actually 1 year old, and I paid $15 for it. And I thought for my daughter, but then I was like, I'm gonna keep it. This one was the same price. This is a 9 West skirt, and it has tears on it. It was a little tight on me, just a tad tight, but it's gonna be okay because I know it's going to, I know it's gonna fit later on. Then at the fabric store, I had the best time. I had the best time at the fabric store because there were so many sequins. It was like every sequence you can imagine. And I remember that store was just like, it had everything in there. And sure enough, I found this fabric, and it has a little bit of stretch. I want to do, like I said, that new look, kind of like just very simple dress. And I got half a yard of this 4-way stretch fabric to make bras and underwear. So this is more for bras than anything, but they had it there, so I grabbed. They had it in all the colors that you can imagine. They had it there, but it was $20 a yard, so I got half a yard. And then this one, I think it was $9 or something. I got 2 yards. She wanted me to take like 4 yards. I was like, listen, I'm a little fat, but not that fat. Anyway, after that, we went to this like old school screen print, and they had the molds for things from the 70s and 80s. I mean, I was like, are you kidding me? And they were like, yeah, whatever you want, which one you want, and we will print it for you. I was like, I want to cry right now. It felt so good to see that. They still have it. Anyway, that's quarters. Then after that, we went to my niece pop-up. So there was a bunch of like, you know, vintage or secondhand personalities, their logo from Instagram. And my niece, she, which half you guys have seen her a couple times in this vlog, in this, you know, this year's vlog. She lives in Los Angeles and she's a stylist there, and she studied fashion. So she came up to Puerto Rico with 2 huge luggages with stuff that she actually sources and resells. So I got from her this shoes. She's my size, and I wanted to support her. Everything was like too small for me, but these ones I was like, yes, I mean, hello. And then there was this booth that the girl is a stylist here in the island, and she had a bunch of like Gucci and Prada and stuff like that, and then very fancy dresses like for galas and stuff like that. And when I used to live here, I used to attend all those things, but now that I live in Texas, I don't attend anything. So I wanted, and even my husband was like, just get that dress or get this dress. And I was like, Carlos, we don't go anywhere. Like, we don't go to parties, we don't go to galas, we don't go anywhere. Like, we don't go to nothing. Okay, I used to go to like the opening of an envelope when I lived here, and people here actually dress up. But she had a bunch of dresses, and dresses in my size, because the rest, there was nothing in my size. But I found this little skirt, and I paid $12 for this, and she told me 12, and then she wanted to change. I was like, you told me to. Okay, I need help. The other thing that I got is this dress, and it reminds me like a Madonna or something like that. So you have it's eyelet, and you have a little ruching in the front, and then it's just a simple dress. So I thought this one will be great if I have an event, or if I want to like dress up for brunch and have like some sandals or like cowboy boots or whatever. I think this dress, I don't have a lot of like black anymore, because you know, I have gained weight. And the other day I got, I don't know if you guys remember, Stella was looking, you know, she was trying this black dress, and she has that face. I bought it in a size medium, and we both can use that short, kind of like flimsy, it had straps, but it's just kind of like the cutest dress. I got it this time because I don't own any little black dresses, and we have to change that, okay? So let me take a breather, and I'm going to talk to you about my crafty intentions, because I think they're important to share. So you guys keep me accountable, because you guys keep me accountable. Hold on. So let's talk about intentions for 2024. Every single year on December 21st, I sit down and I make 2 lists. I make one personal list when I talk about finances, health, morning habits, all that. I'm gonna keep that to myself, but I want to share my second list, which is my crafty intentions for 2024 in this instance for this video. So I divided it in 4. Number 1, knitting. I want to, listen up. In 2023, I have an intention to add 6 garments to my wardrobe, and I achieved that. This year, 2024, I want to bump it up and I want to make a item per month, not just a garment. So I want to make sure that I finish something per month, and I want to make also very clear, and I want to be very clear that what I choose to make check all the boxes, meaning I want to have a mood board, things that complement my wardrobe and my style, and I want to be very mindful of the weight of the yarn that I'm using, the patterns that I'm using, the colors, the material, meaning the yarn, if it's wool, if it's cotton, you know, the length is perfect, and that whatever I add to my wardrobe, I truly need. I want fun things. I want all the fun, but I also have a lot of gaps in things that are basics, and I am not paying attention in adding. And I feel sometimes I go to a store and I'm like, oh my god, that white freaking cardigan, you know, oversized, whatever, and I end up buying things when I know I can make it for 5 times the price. Why not? So that's that. I also want to add more accessories, meaning scrunchies, scarves, clutches, mittens, hats, all that. I want to have more fun. I want to have fun accessories. And I am not a sock knitter. I'm not a scarf knitter. I'm gonna try my best. You guys know 2023 was the year of the sock. I suck at it, okay? Like, it was bad. I didn't finish. I finished 1 socks, and I have, I don't know how many, like 1 pairs of socks, and I want to make sure I show you guys the progress. This is another one. I was called out. Thank you so much, okay? If you think that I'm not listening, I'm listening, okay? Even to the petty ass shit that you put out there about me. But I've been told that I make sure that I never wear it. I'm going to start showing the progress of the things that I'm making, how I wear it. You know, I want to share my inspirations. I want to share my plans, the materials I'm using, the notions, all that. You're gonna see me more. I know. You hate me? You're gonna hate me more. Watch it. So I'm gonna share a little bit more. I want to be out there more. Maybe I share it daily, maybe I share it weekly, but I want to have fun. I want to do reels. I want to do things more creative. So thank you. And I want to have a better, I have a maker's log, pretty much like a journal that I have knitting and sewing, and every single year I feel like it doesn't work. So I want to have something that actually works, that it's divided maybe like right in the middle, and then this is knitting, this is sewing. And just make time to sit down every single time that I feel inspired and just add I don't know, labels and notions that I use and thoughts and all that, so I can share it with you guys more. Another intention is to keep on adding a video a week. I had so much fun. I think I let it go a little bit in November because I was really busy, but we're gonna come back full force. So I know I hate myself too. I'm kidding. Okay, let's move on to sewing. 2023, I have to be very honest, I think I made like 2 things and that was it. And I don't know what happened. I actually am really sad that I didn't reach my goal at all. And I know, I've been listening, I know the setup that I have in my sewing room right now doesn't work. So I am quite clear about that. So I want to make sure that I make it work, and I make it work fast, okay? Because I'm not going to put a number of items that I want to finish. What I want to make sure that I am working on something. So I want to slow down, take my expectations slow, because I'm restarting after an awful year of no sewing. I want to make sure that I start and I can keep it so it's sustainable. So I'm not want to put like 2 items every week, you know. I want to make sure that whatever I'm working on something. I want to make sure that I enjoy the process, and if I have to, you know, change, but I want to have something. I want to have a knitting whip and I want to have a sewing whip. So that's that. I want to bring back the 30-minute challenge, and that worked for me in Seattle here with my setup. I don't know if it's gonna work because I feel sometimes it's just in the middle. So again, changing my surroundings. The big one. I know what you're gonna say. Are you gonna be like, I'm telling you, so you guys keep me accountable. So when I am sharing something I bought, you're gonna be calling my name, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, you that. Yes, thank you. Okay, so I give you complete permission for that. So hear me out. It's even really hard to say, but I have the first, and it's in bold right now, and I cannot believe I'm gonna say this, but I'm gonna have a no buy year for fabric. So I want to make sure that whatever I am working on, I shop my stash. I show you guys my closet the other day and it was intense. I was embarrassed, okay? And I want to stop buying fabrics without a project. So I'm gonna work with whatever I have. If I have like half yard that I'm not gonna be using, it's gonna be okay. I'm gonna give it away. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that I'm purging and I'm giving away what I'm not using, because I sometimes buy like 2 yards and I need 1.5, and because I'm gonna have that half a yard that I'm not gonna use, I don't use that fabric, and that needs to stop. Okay, so no buy for fabrics. The only exception is if I have a project that I need in my wardrobe and I don't have the fabric that the pattern asks for, I'm gonna make an exception and I'm gonna buy the fabric. The no buy doesn't include notions, threads, buttons, needles, or zippers. So those are game. Doesn't mean that I'm gonna go buy all the colors of the thread, which probably is gonna happen, but I'm gonna make sure that what I'm buying is because I need it for a project. So that's that. The only thing that is not included in this no buy year is vintage fabrics. And you guys are gonna be like, you always buying vintage. Okay, let me tell you something. Thrifting a secondhand fabric's not the same as vintage, okay? If you don't know the difference, I do know the difference. So I'm gonna make sure that whatever I'm buying is vintage, is one of a kind, and I totally need it. So if I find a jean fabric that is from like 2023 that somebody gave it away, I'm not gonna buy it. That's gonna be hard. I'm telling you. This is what I'm putting it out there. So that is for sewing. Not a set amount, but making sure that I have something that I'm working on. And I want to challenge myself. I want to make lingerie. I want to make all that. So I want to bring back the fun, the challenges. Challenges for me are fun. I know. Another thing that I have here is patterns. I want to make sure that whatever I buy pattern-wise is because it's from the 50s or 60s. 70s are not included. I have too many. And it's actually a necessity because I don't have the pattern. If it's from the 80s and it's cool, I'm going to leave it behind. I don't have any space. Somebody said that I have so much shit. Let me tell you something. My husband, the one who works, doesn't complain. I am really amazed people will complain about my shit. Well, you're not paying for my shit. I can't just say. Point number three, reading. I know you guys are gonna sign off. It's gonna be okay. Bye, see you tomorrow. But let's talk about reading. I read 84 books in 2023. My goal was to finish 12 and I finished 84. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. So I want to slow down a little bit, and I want to read a book a week. So I have a challenge of 52 books for 2024, and I want to pick up again the book binding shenanigans that I started in 2023. Like I said, I took a class in college of book binding a whole semester, and I want to make sure that those hardcovers that I've been buying, they're bougie, okay? So it's happening. And then I also want to have a book journal. So a book journal that I add the cover, my thoughts, special whatever quotes that I want to, you know, whatever, remember all that. And I also want to have a dream list, because I have one on my Instagram, but I want it hard copy. So I want to make sure that I have 2 journals, one for knitting and sewing, and then another one for reading. And besides that, I'm not gonna have any more, okay, because I need help. And then number 4, I want to start new things, meaning where I went. Okay, like seriously, I just lost my list. Okay. So I want to work on new things. I want new challenges. I think that's the thing that I'm missing and I missed this year. It's just like the little challenges. So I want to work, like for instance, I have said this like 3 times already, lingerie or like underwear. I want to make sure that every single, I don't know, quarter or month, I want to explore something, and I, you know, kind of like push myself a little bit into trying new things. It can be miniatures, it can be cross stitch, although I have done cross stitch forever and ever. Maybe it's like say lingerie, jeans, whatever it is. I have something challenging. Will I have time every single day to make those? No, I mean, hello, I pretty much spend all my time reading, but I want to bring something fun back, whatever it is. So maybe it's jewelry making, whatever. So also another thing here that I want to bring back is things that actually gave me so much joy and I have let it slide, or I just forgot in 2023 because I moved or whatever, but I want to bring back gardening. I love gardening, so I want to bring that back. I also want to challenge myself to try a new recipe a week. And I say this because when I was doing Vlogtober, or even the beginning of this Vlogmas, when I was like, you know, cooking my breakfast was the same thing every single day. So how can I bring new recipes and new mixtures or whatever into my cooking? So I want to try that. I have a bunch of cookbooks and I'm not even making anything from them, so I'm gonna use what I have. And then and that's it. The rest is just like personal, so I'm just gonna keep it like that. So that's it for me, for my intentions. I hope this is inspirational, and if you have anything that I should try and I should add to my list, just let me know. So, you know, it's just like a two-way thing here. So that's that. I'm gonna go finish this video and go to sleep. Sleep is so good. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow.